Basically, the BiobiN was developed in the late 90s by Peter Wadowitz in Australia, and it is quite simply an on-site capture and containment system for all your organic waste and all your food waste on sites. It's time to stop considering waste as waste, but to start considering waste as a resource. How the BiobiN contributes to the environment is that we are deviating hundreds of tons of food waste from landfill, which we all know is the worst food waste. How does it contribute to the circular economy? Well, basically we're giving back to the earth what belongs to the earth. There's two types of composting. There is one which is anaerobic, which means without oxygen, and there's one which is aerobic. The BiobiN is an aerobic system because we inject air through a system of manifolds to go through the material. The food waste itself is mixed with a carbon source, which could be wood chips or wood shavings, and through the action of nature, the breaking down starts on site without any smells, without any flies, without any rats, and cleaning up all the waste areas where we operate.
So the BiobiN is placed at the client's premises, and the business model is a fully inclusive rental model, which means it includes all repairs and maintenance, making sure the BiobiN operates correctly. We supply the carbon source, we monitor the progress of the BiobiN and how quickly it fills up. And when it's full, we notify the client. We arrange for a transporter to come and pick up the BiobiN, take it to a composter where it is emptied, given a clean, wood chips gets added into it, and it gets returned to the client's premises. So the client doesn't have to worry about anything regarding the BiobiN. We manage the whole process for them.
We have a rule that says that anything that grows goes into the BiobiN. So from a whole animal to a peanut, going through a watermelon or a butternut, we can put it all into the BiobiN. When we mix the carbon inside the bin with food waste, well, the action of a microbe starts the breaking down process and starts turning it into compost. At this point, we empty our BiobiNs at registered composters, whereby it's turned into very high quality compost and resold to people. But sometimes we have on-site composting systems going, whereby the clients themselves use the compost their gardens and or give it to charity. Because we have an on-site capture and containment system, all the food waste and the animal mortalities go inside the bin, where it is mixed with carbon once again, and it starts the breaking down process on-site, deviating them automatically from landfill. When it comes to contaminated meats, since the BiobiN was invented to deal with chicken mortalities, it's extremely easy for us to deal with it.
So the uptake has been very, very positive over the last 12 months, driven mainly by the awareness about the need to divert from landfill sites. Many cities have their landfill sites filling up over the next 4 to 6 years, so they have to find an alternative for this. Generally, we would appeal to customers that have, number one, a relatively large amount of food waste that they generate. Two, they would be very concerned about the environment and the need to divert from landfill sites. And three, they would have a problem in the current waste area where there could be smells and flies and it could be dirty. So you could imagine the customers that are coming to BiobiN are those that fit into those three criteria. So it could be shopping centers, could be restaurants, it could be retailers, distribution centers, and more recently the veterinary industry with animal mortalities and remains, and the poultry industry. So any place where large amounts of food are generated, there is a solution for diversion, and that would be the BiobiN as one of the solutions.
As the inventor of the BiobiN once said in his thick Australian accent, the planet is buggered already. All we can do is to leave it a little bit of a better place for the future generations. And BiobiN intends doing this by deviating as much food and organic waste away from landfill and giving back to the earth what is hers.